Thank you very much, Elena. It's Navy News time. We're going to give you some relief on this Thursday morning. In this edition of Navy News, we talk about the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. We welcome in Paul Bellinger, the 2008 Volunteer of the Year, Mima Horniff. Got that correct?
Yep, yes,
all right.
You did.
Paul Belanger.
Belanger.
There
That's
we go.
good.
Now I got it better. Paul, tell me about what services does the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society provide?
You know, the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society has been around since 1904.
Wow.
We just turned 100 and what's that, 6 years old.
106.
And we're a nonprofit organization. We're a predominantly volunteer organization, and that's the key, and I think that's part of why we're here this morning. We're sort of a safety net for sailors and Marines. We provide emergency assistance, financial counseling for young sailors and Marines predominantly who are either having trouble making ends meet, who have an emergency, some kind of family emergency, maybe need an airline ticket to get back to the mainland to help them maybe attend a funeral or help family members, that kind of thing. So we're a nonprofit aid society. We work strictly on donated funds. We have an annual fund drive, which, by the way, starts up in about 3 weeks. And we, here in Hawaii, between Kaneohe and Pearl Harbor, I'm at Pearl Harbor, we've provided $1.2 million in assistance just here in Hawaii, and it's about 47 million worldwide. So we're very busy and very active organization.
You made mention that volunteer organization, and Mima, you're a volunteer.
Yes.
Why do you do what you do for the Relief Society?
Well, you know, volunteering is a very important part of my family. My husband, my children, and I all volunteer in the community. And when we moved here several years ago, we found Navy Marine Corps Relief Society, and I knew it was a perfect fit. I love the philosophy of the organization as well as their values to commitment to service. But more importantly, what I really loved was that I could help other military families like my military family work through their issues and sleep a little bit better at night. And what better way to spend my day?
Paul, what kind of services do you offer, especially with new families?
You know, with food, I'm glad you asked, because with new families, we have a program called the Budget for Baby Class. And you know, the #1 financial stressor in any relationship, in a family, in a marriage, is money, finances.
Sure.
When the monies get tight, people start arguing, the stress level goes up unbelievably. So we offer a class for parents, expecting parents of newborns. And for a lot of people, young people, this is their first child.
Sure.
And so we invite them to come into our office at Pearl, and Kaneohe also offers a similar service. And we ask them to come in and learn to prepare themselves for what this little bundle of joy is going to do to their finances. And we talk about budgeting. We teach them about making wise decisions, about preparing for the child. And so when Saturday night comes along and they're a little short on cash, you've avoided the conflict. And if they take the class, we give them what's called a layette, a baby. It's a baby sea bag is what we call it. It's a layette, and it's got all kinds of goodies to bring the child home from the hospital, from blankets, and we even have senior citizens here in Hawaii who are civilians, Ili senior program, who knit and crochet and give us items. So it's a great program. It's a great opportunity, and we have a thrift shop too.
Neat. Mima, how has it helped a family in Hawaii specifically? Do you have an example?
Yeah, you know, military displacement happens often throughout military careers, and it's really hard to get acclimated in any state that military members find themselves, including Hawaii, and this especially holds true for young couples. And it was not too long ago that a young couple came into the office. They were newly married, just had left their parents' homes for the very first time. They were still teenagers, and they were having a hard time financially simply because they didn't know how to do their finances. So by the time they left the office that day, not only did they get the financial help they needed, but more importantly, they learned how to do a budget, to maintain a budget, to set up some maybe short and long-term goals for themselves. And also, a big problem is that service wives have trouble finding a job and continuing their education, you know, outside of high school in particular for this woman. So they also left the office with a whole bunch of resources and referrals to outside local and military agencies. And so it's really important to remember that Navy Relief is more about just writing a check for financial hardship. It's about education as well.
Real quick before we go, Volunteer of the Year about to be announced.
That's tomorrow at the Halekoa. Mima is our Volunteer of the Year last year, and it's to recognize people who donate their time, give of their talent and services to help us out.
Appreciate what you guys
Big
do.
day.
Paul, Mima, thank you very
Thanks,
much
Jay.
from the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. We'll have much more coming up. Top headlines when we come back. Thanks for starting your Thursday morning with us right here on Wake Up Today.